What happens when fear spreads faster than facts? In moments of crisis, the line between reality and rumor can blur in an instant, and the consequences can be both immediate and profound. When panic takes hold, even the most disciplined environments can be thrown into chaos, and the United States Naval Academy learned this lesson in a way no one could have predicted. The Naval Academy found out the hard way. On a day that began like any other, the historic campus in Annapolis, Maryland, home to generations of future Navy and Marine Corps leaders, was suddenly thrust into a situation that would test the resolve and training of everyone on its grounds. On September 11, 2025, the Naval Academy in Annapolis went into lockdown after online threats suggested an active shooter was on campus. The threat, which spread rapidly through social media and messaging apps, sent shockwaves through the student body, faculty, and families watching from afar. Within minutes, the campus transformed from a place of routine and order to one of uncertainty and fear. Security forces rushed in, midshipmen sheltered in place, and tension ran high. The sound of alarms and urgent announcements echoed through the halls as students and staff scrambled to secure doors, turn off lights, and find cover. For many, it was the first time their emergency training was put to the test in a real-world scenario. But here's where things took a dangerous turn. Amid the confusion, as officers methodically cleared the buildings, a midshipman, already on edge from the swirling rumors and the adrenaline of the moment, mistook a responding officer for the threat itself. The officer, in full tactical gear and moving quickly through the corridor, was perceived as a potential shooter rather than a protector. In the chaos, the midshipman, acting on instinct and fear, struck the officer with a training rifle, believing he was defending himself and his classmates. The officer, trained to respond to threats with split-second decisions, fired back, injuring the midshipman's arm. In that moment, the confusion and terror of the situation became painfully real, as both individuals found themselves caught in a tragic misunderstanding fueled by misinformation and panic. Both received medical care, and thankfully, neither suffered life-threatening injuries. But the emotional toll was significant. For the midshipman, the officer, and everyone who witnessed the incident, the day would be remembered not just for the physical wounds, but for the psychological scars left behind. The Academy, known for its discipline and unity, was shaken to its core by the realization that even the best training can be undermined by fear and false information. But the real enemy? Misinformation. In today's hyper-connected world, rumors and false reports can spread faster than any official communication. Within minutes, a single unverified post can reach thousands, sparking panic and confusion before authorities have a chance to respond. The Naval Academy incident was a textbook example of how quickly misinformation can escalate a situation from tense to dangerous. Authorities later found out there was never an active shooter. The entire scare started from a false online post, traced back to a former midshipman posting threats from out of state. Investigators worked tirelessly to track the digital breadcrumbs, piecing together the timeline of events and identifying the source of the hoax. The revelation brought relief, but also frustration and anger at how easily a single act of deception could disrupt an entire institution and put lives at risk. This wasn't an isolated incident. Fake threats and swatting hoaxes have hit colleges across the country, putting lives at risk and straining emergency resources. Each time, the pattern is the same. A false report triggers a massive response, diverting police, medical teams, and campus security from real emergencies. Students and staff are left traumatized, and the credibility of future warnings is undermined. The cost, both in terms of resources and trust, is enormous. The Naval Academy's commandant put it bluntly: misinformation was the biggest threat today. In a press conference following the incident, Academy leaders emphasized the need for clear communication, critical thinking, and a commitment to verifying information before acting on it. They acknowledged the bravery of the officers and midshipmen, but also the vulnerability that comes with relying on unverified reports in a crisis. In an age of instant rumors, the lesson is clear: verify before you react. Take a moment to check the source, look for confirmation from official channels, and resist the urge to share unverified information. Your actions in those first few moments can make the difference between order and chaos, between safety and tragedy. The Naval Academy's experience is a powerful reminder that we all have a role to play in stopping the spread of misinformation. Subscribe for more updates on campus safety and how to spot misinformation before it spreads. Stay informed, stay vigilant, and remember, the truth is your best defense in a crisis. By working together, we can build safer, more resilient communities and ensure that fear never has the final word.